What's up, everybody? I'm Ragnar, and we're here with the latest in our uh, five, four respective mangas. I about said five, but that was, they're not dead. They're just on hiatus. For I think we looked into, and it was like a disease last time we did this. So they were like this kind of sick. So who knows? It was very vague. Yeah. So we're gonna jump right on into Aliens Area. Chapter 11 came out last week. Not a lot happened. Well, 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 you can't. I mean, it's episodic now. I think we're going to start getting to a point where things are going to stop being so episodic because they're all in the in game, and this was just like, and we're starting to flutter here, guys. Yeah, and they're just trying to like stop a convenience store robbery in chapter 11. Although I really like his explanation as to why he chose the contact lenses. Is he chose why did he choose contact lenses? Well, he's already got a weapon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Although I do like the statement that normally wouldn't be allowed, but I'll get it as proof somehow. Like that dude just straight up said that straight up just said I can get it through. I can get the paperwork through. Don't worry. Well, the more we learn about what is it, Sector 5, the more and more I'm like, yeah, though this is an official government organization. I believe this exists in Japan in real life. Yeah. Well, I mean, we find out that we do find out that aliens like eating cat food. We found that out in the convenience store robber. Wait, that or it's just a joke. They really don't do anything in Chapter 11 but stop at like a convenience store robbery. And we find out that the contacts. It's like contacts. That's a weird choice. Oh, they're useful. Okay, cool. Yeah. So Harbor, they get mind wiped. I would just say it's probably safe to assume that it's a flash of light. Well, I mean, I do like how they find the aliens hiding. Is that the dude just deduces? Oh, that alien's walking weird, or that person's walking weird. Yeah. Well, I mean, when he said that, he kind of pointed out he doesn't match his physique, and I was sitting there looking at him, I was like, man, yeah, that guy looks like he'd be a little bit heavier set. But he's yeah. But then so I was like, so when he said that, I was like, but then I was kind of like, oh yeah, I see where all they get at. But I do like the contacts. They use the contacts lens to like confirm it. Like it wasn't. He's like, oh hey, there's an alien. He's like, it's an alien. I'm pretty sure, but like we'll confirm first. Yeah. Well, I mean, he says it. He's pretty. He says it with like absolute confidence. But then he's just like, but when the guy keeps at questioning him, he's like, use your contact lenses to confirm. It's like it's almost like he was waiting to like make a move. He wanted confirmation before he did anything about it. but but yeah, and so they teach him how to be a detective and how to tell someone, which that'll be fun. Like fairy tale. uh, fairy tales. Black Clover's like whole thing is how the like. I mean, the whole like main theme for like the first couple of chapters or the first couple arcs was how the the wizard knights, the magic knights were like heavily elitists, and I mean that's kind of the whole thing was that Asta and are trying to be peasants that become Wizard King. It has no flaws, and yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, first of all, like we get some more drop here in the form that there's a organization called Polaris, which uh they describe it as a shady organization, which I don't know what that necessarily means. But I mean, he does say that they shelter and provide assistance to aliens on Earth, and they don't like Sector 5 very much. So yeah, I mean, the other person doesn't seem to be like super like. So, I mean, she says that that she attends its meetings, but she doesn't say that she attends. She says that she just pops in once a month, which may mean that which may means that she does that the organization might have like some hidden stuff. It might it might be the big bad of an arc. Big bad of an arc. I'll say that. But I think the leader of his sect of that what is that guy's name? Uh, I don't think they've said his name since the beginning of the series almost, but his mentor, his Roshi, his Jiraiya, his Rayleigh guy. Yeah, I think he's already started one because I mean they've even said that his division or his team doesn't work like the other teams. I'm pretty sure that it where it runs differently. So I'm pretty sure that'll probably be about the extent of it. Is that that team might break off and form its own, but I do, but I do like when he's sitting there talking about it, and he's like, actually, this isn't at home alien shelters, and he's like, well, our follow-up isn't exactly great. I'm saying anyone who's ever been like a leader in a government office or like in a government like organization that has to have like a follow up with people knows that follow up can, yeah, probably knows that their follow up could use some work. The aliens eating, uh, yeah. Well, apparently it's the only thing that satisfies their taste. So it like apparently like I wonder if they're playing into the joke that cats are aliens. The alien that makes, oh oh Alf. You talking about Alf? Well, maybe. Yeah. Although I do kind of like how this woman, they're like, "Oh, we'll have to erase you and take the aliens from you," and this girl's like, "You can't do that because I know about the implants." Yeah, you want us to overlook this in return for info on substance implants, right? There you go again. You always want to know the reason for everything. But yeah, that's I mean, that's pretty much it. Like so nothing like this series is it's a lot of stuff happening, but like none of it seems major. Like I mean, yeah, so we're trying to get into it, so three manga that are in their that are in their finals. I mean, oh, one well, yeah, My Hero and Black Clover are getting ready to graduate. One Piece is sitting there like, hold up, guys. I mean, it's overall looking good. I think we're gonna start. I think with the introduction of Polaris and him getting his equipment, I think we're gonna start getting like. I think we're gonna get progress on the overall story because I mean we do know that their goal is to find out about more about the implants. Yep. Yep. That's yeah. Well, I mean, last week was pretty brutal. I mean, they basically announced that Bakugo's like dying and or dead. It ain't looking too good. Wait, did you not read the new chapter? Or you? Yeah, Ninja Guy's going to become his heart. He's using. I think he's using going to use his power to like basically like force his heart to start beating again or something like that. But well, he does say that I'll be the boy's heart. So and they tell him it's like you're not coming. If you do this, you won't come back. He's like, I know, but we need his power. So So he sacrificed himself to bring him back. So, but before we get there, I mean, all that really happens last chapter is everyone's just reacting to the fact that no one has actually won their fights yet. Dobby's still alive apparently. Well, I mean, I don't think he's dead. He's just yeah, he's oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we find out how he worked, but apparently it's not permanent. Well, I mean, apparently, like it's not like doesn't bring him back to life. I think it says that it's because we'll just go ahead in 364 now because, like I said, they're all still reacting to the fact that Dobby's not dead. that it's- They really try. They really been like, dude, we're in the final arc. We gotta like stretch out these chapters somehow. But yeah, they talk about how to about it, and I think they say that it's only a temporary. I never thought you'd be the one forced me to play this card. He's rejuvenated. His body's back to prime condition. Look, little Aries power. Yeah, he talks about it, and he says, yeah, but he's got to free Shigaraki before he dies. Which means, which does that mean he's going to destroy the dome that they're in, or does that mean he's going to uh, is he going to take out Eraserhead? Because I mean, having the power to like copy pat quirks would probably be useful in a quirk like One for All or All for One. Yeah, which I haven't. What is her quirk? When he's taking her, yeah, it's see that's the problem. They don't say they don't say like that's all we got to go on. And then we find out that apparently Star is still like what her sacrifice is still making waves in the story. I mean, although we are finding out that apparently the rest of the world is planning to like bow to Shigaraki and like hope that he doesn't just erase them from the map. Um, dude, if Japan fails, what are they going to throw at him? I mean, if he gets one, I mean, because I mean, his success depends on whether or not he can get one for all. If you can get one, if Shigaraki can get one for all, like that's GG's. Because no one's going to have a quirk strong enough to take him out, especially without Star's quirk. Well, I mean, well, keep in mind, All for One's been forced doing what he's been doing in Japan all over the world. Yeah. Nope. Why? Why? I mean, I guess, but I mean, at the same time, it's better than. everyone because what everyone thought was going to happen was that they're going to use Ares' power to bring him back to life. Because I mean, at that point, it's just oh, okay, Eric can do this infinite times. So this is like a once in like a one time chance. I mean, basically, they're doing an emergency heart transplant. That's all they're really doing. Of straight up, oh hey, we can remove stakes from this fight by just bringing him back to life. But but again, like I said, he's like I said, he sacrificed himself for it to basically do a heart transplant. That's all he's really doing is he's giving Bakugo a new heart to replace the one that Shigaraki absolutely ripped out. So bad. So I hate to say this, but I really don't. Even if the ninja dude does do it, I don't think Bakugo's going to be able to fight much more. I think it's a new one, and they find Recovery Girl. I don't like. I can't see the future, dude. Well, I mean, like I said, Nimpo, Thousand Sheep Pierce Zenith. Like, what even is that? How this is going to turn him into? I will turn him into the heart. I assumed that he was going to like. My assumption is he's just going in there. He's going to like make blood flow from that like through the body. It's not going to be like a pumping heart. He's going to be like a temporary heart. But I mean, they've explained it before. They explained it before. Uh, his headshot, right? What his thing is he can enter into any space no matter how small. Yeah, I think he's going to enter the vessels and he's going to like make the blood vessels move or make the blood pump or go through. Like he's going to travel through his vessels as his blood, trying to like yeah, his yeah he basically turns himself into a string. Yeah, well, and yeah, all for one using his Ares quirk. Yeah, but I thought that was kind of cool that they made bullets that instead of taking away people's quirks, they just reset someone back. So I was like, that was cool. I didn't think we ever get to see the quirk erasing bullets. They used those to create a bullet that allowed them to reset uh all for one back to his prime. Which means if they'd made a second bullet, we could shoot All Might with it. Shoot All Might with it. It's just All Might just absolutely wrecking someone. I feel bad for that guy because it's almost like, oh, I'm in my prime. I don't have the hole in my chest. I feel really bad for you. The one hole. He doesn't have two. Maybe he might have got another one at some point, but yeah, that would be cool. But I mean, one final fight. Like, well, I mean, I I kind of want to see All Might Prime fight. So, but I think he says he only created one bullet. So the solution to that would be you find Airy. and tell her to like reset him back to like his prime. Yeah, he says you only get one shot. So I assume he only made one bullet because I mean that's the only use of bad guys have for that is to turn turn one for all back, all for one back, just prime. So probably is another one. You want to move on to yeah, yeah, the official ending of Wano. I mean, which is it's pretty much just everyone's racing to say goodbye to Luffy. We get yeah, we get a flashback of Momo's travels with Luffy from the moment they meet. Well, actually, no, from the moment he's thrown off the roof, or that he's thrown off the roof of the Odin Castle, to the moment they meet, to basically uh, the defeat of Kaido. So that's pretty fun. Yeah, and yeah, and then of course Luffy gives him the banner and pretty much marks his first island in his territory. Oh, that's right. Well, I don't think he didn't do that one on purpose though. I mean, if to be honest, he didn't even do that. They chose to fly his flag without his knowledge. Yeah, which is which I mean, yeah, but I don't think that's part of anyone's territory because I mean that one went Fishman Island. Like I don't because that one went because I mean that one just seems to go to whoever the biggest emperor is at the time, or whoever's the first emperor to make a deal with them. Well, why? Because well, uh, Whitebeard protected it before he died. Then after the and then the time skip, Jinbei joined her crew, and they traded taffy. They gave saltwater taffy and all sorts of candy to Big Mom under the guise that she would protect it. And then after Luffy came, I mean, they chose to. Luffy left, and they decided that they'd fly Luffy's flag as of one of protection. Well, what did you think it was? He he told Big Mom to like to like screw off essentially, but yeah, he's um like I said, he's not. I don't think he specifically said he'd protect him. I just think he said screw it. Like I'm the reason you don't have candy. Like come get me. And Big Mom was like fine. Yeah, but yeah. So we get that, and then they say their goodbyes. It's a tearful goodbye. They start to leave, and my absolute favorite panel is they're getting ready to leave. They're like, "Oh, we'll go take the safe harbor. You know, we'll go take the regular port, the one that we should have used when we got here." And of course, Kid says, "Oh, you're going for the proper port, huh? Good idea. It's so safe and secure. Just right for a couple of losers." Well, the two faces of Luffy and like Law, like clearly like getting agitated. Because because well, you mean the first one to dodge? so they're all like leaning back, trying to like give everyone else more time to dodge, and they all get hit. It's although yeah, although I do love the line, "Give me the will, Jinbei." Luffy, no. And it's like, hey, Cap, what's with that look in your eyes? It's just take like both all the crews are like, hey, we should probably just take the regular port, guys. And then it's just them like driving like face first off the waterfalls. Yeah, it's like, don't do this, please. I don't want to die. It's and it's telling the story about how they're like brave, noble, and like mighty, and it's like they're doing the dumbest thing that could have ever possibly be done. Like this is probably dumber than Luffy grabbing his hands around the Whole Cake Island crew and leaping off of Zal. Because if this ship fails, they're going straight under. Frankie, that's the ship, right? And of course, yeah. And then after that, we get like they finish telling the story of Wano about how it ended, and we get Kurozumi was born to burn, and then this this has been the saga of the mighty samurai regain their lost glory, glory to shine as before. That's all the time we have today. While our ways might part for now, may our paths cross again someday, somewhere. The end, and the curtains officially close on Wano. Yep, Wano. I don't know if I'd say it's up there. I don't think I'd say it's my favorite. I think that like because I mean I just did a re. I'll have to do like a whole rewatch of the series to tell you which one's my favorite. But I'd probably say any lobby is probably up there with my favorite just because every straw hat at the time got a chance to shine. Whereas now there's too many straw hats to give a chance to shine. Yeah. See, yeah, that's also something because like I'm like I remember so much of Wano so well, and then like you get to those older ones, and I'm like I remember a lot of it. I remember pieces, and when I need to like when it come like I could be like, oh yeah, I remember that part. But like so it's not really safe to say. Yeah. And now we're officially moving into whatever the new arc is going to be called. Well, I mean, well, well, I mean, Luffy got the crap kicked out of him by Nami. Yeah, which I do love the fact that like even Jinbei's afraid of a pissed off Nami. Yeah, what was that Supreme King Heist? Like, stay back. He's like, yeah, never confront a raging Nami. Which yeah, which is being said by Chopper and Usopp. But I do love how Frankie's like, did you see how the Sunny handled that fall, guys? Like, I'm easily like the best shipwright in the world. Only they broke 1 yard. That is actually kind of impressive. Which I looked that up. That's basically from what it looks like. It's the thing on the mast that holds the cell that holds the cell at the top. That's a yard. What? Well, I mean, that is well, that's like a masterpiece. Like that's, but I mean, well, it's supposed to be unbreakable. It has Adam's wood. The Adam's wood's supposed to be like nigh unbreakable. The weight of the trees is what causes allows them to get Adam's wood. Like the weight of the tree branches. So uh, yeah. It probably is. Except you got to keep in mind one major thing. Thousand Berry Bounty is not that big. which you know there's going to be like they're going to go to like whatever the next marine fort is, and Chopper's going to show up and just be like, all right, hold up, before we start this war, who's responsible for the bounties? He's like, you see like everyone's like we'd ever tell you. He's like, no, you don't understand. Like I will start dropping bodies until someone tells me. Like you can tell me now, and I'll drop that particular person's body, and then we'll just be like, okay, the rest of you guys just get hit. He's like, but that like no, this is personal. Like you don't want me to think it's all of you. But yeah, no, he's there's some of the TikTok jokes around it, which have been like Chopper climbing the wall to beat up all the celestial dragons, so that way someone actually gives him a bounty, and Chopper like Chopper after he's murdered like 12 islands worth of people and like destroyed like 7 marine warships and defeated 5 admirals. And there's just jokes based on like Chopper trying to get an actual bounty. But God, I love how I love how Dobby's is worried that she now has a 9-digit bounty, but also she's like, "Can I collect that bounty?" Frankie's pissed because they changed his picture to the picture of the ship. To, which now gives strength to the theory that saw that one day the Straw Hat, they're the Sonny's going to transform into a mech suit for him. Well, I mean, Frankie's never had the highest bounty anyway, and yeah, see, people were talking about that one. Like Frankie's got like the least amount of like he's always kind of like the bottom three with his bounty if you don't include Chopper. But we also got to kind of think. Uh, Doflamingo contributes most of his loss in Dressrosa to Usopp, so that's probably weighs a lot on it. Then you've got which I don't know if we ever said it, but Usopp's is at 500,000. No, 500 million, 500 million. And then yeah, and then uh Robin, she has the I mean, her bounty's high just because she can read the poneglyphs. So like that is all they needed to know about her to be like, nope, she gets a high bounty. But now that she's actually like, she's like, oh, she's on a Emperor's crew who's actually looking for the One Piece. We need to not let that happen. Yeah. And then, of course, yeah, the big three crew members. Yeah. Yeah. 3 billion. Just which would probably be higher if it wasn't. Yeah. And then which I find it funny that they're talking about how, like, big his bounty is, and he's, like, apologizing. He's apologizing that Nami beat that he drove the Sunny off of a ship, off of the small. He didn't become an emperor by saying sorry. He's just saying he's an emperor saying sorry to not to the most scariest woman on the sea, apparently. And they say he's the emperor. Mm. They're working under him? What? What? Yeah, we finally get context to that whole debacle. But here's the thing. What's funny is that Buggy, he wants to be kind of flashy, but he also doesn't want to be like the biggest like pirate on the world. Like he wants to make money. Like that's all he cares about. And now he's inadvertently ended up in a world where everyone thinks he's a god. But he's the first man to I love how he keeps apologizing for it, and then Mihawk's like, "You're the first person to rise to the rank of emperor by saying I'm sorry, and by my blade, you'll be the last. Only death can right this wrong." Usually, usually he's annoyed, and this one he's like, "Oh no, I'm actually mad about this." Yeah. When was he annoyed? Oh, I guess when he Zoro asked him to train him, where he was slightly annoyed. Yeah. Although I do like that number Mr. Three immediately switches from buggy side to crocodile side. Like it's like not even like 'cause I'm just gonna be real honest with you. If I'm on Buggy's crew and I see Crocodile and Mihawk show up, I'm and I know the truth, and I know the truth, I am jumping ship. I am like straight up not being a part of that. Oh, well, they explain the reason. It's just a really dumb reason. Yeah, the Crocodile puts so Buggy owes Crocodile some money, so he goes and saves Buggy from the Marines and tells Buggy that he can either pay it back or die. And Buggy offers him that since he's wanting to start like the cross skill that he has a bunch of men working under him that he can help him get it off the ground for free because he can provide the manual labor. And well, because Buggy's entire crew worships the ground Buggy walks on, turns out they were like, "Oh, hey, uh, we'll just put Captain Buggy as the as the head, and you know, make it seem like he's yeah." Yeah. Oh, speaking of bounties, before we get to that, we do get bounties. Well, I mean, go to bounties before we get to that one. We do have bounties for Crocodile and Mihawk now. It's not 3.59 billion. Yeah, yeah, they messed up on that thing. They didn't put a comma by the 30. But but yeah, so Crocodile's bounty is 1.965 billion berries. I don't know if that the right above Mihawk's. Former warlord of the sea, former warlord of the sea, Sire Crocodile, based on his Logia powers, intelligence, and leadership, 1.965 billion berries. And then, yeah, he can't read nor can he spell. Yeah. And then Mihawk's got a 3.59 billion berries bounty, which, and then, and then lo and behold, our king bug, our emperor of the sea buggy has a 3.189 billion berries bounty. He can't even talk, guys. What do you mean the glitch was? He did nothing but a glitch. I mean, oh, who has literally done nothing from the beginning, but from the beginning of the series, try to find the One Piece and be a pain in the butt to any marine or pirate that stands in his way, or just so happens to make someone who feeds Luffy like mad or cry. But he didn't hack the system. If he had hacked the system, he'd be like god tier power level in the East Blue. Yeah, and then but then we find out that Hawkeye's going to roll with it because Hawkeye doesn't want to be an emperor of the sea, and he's able to talk Crocodile into it, simply because let him take the brunt of the attention, and if he becomes inconvenient, we can get rid of him at any time. So I love how Bucky's like, "Where is my life taking me at this point?" it's but then we get to go over and see the Revolutionary Army, we just find out that, oh, okay, so everyone but Sabo has returned to Kambaka Queendom. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the name for it. Everyone's returned back. They're safe and sound. Sabo's alive, and everyone's kind of reacting to the. Everyone's talking like reacting to like what's happened and stuff like that. And but it turns out that he was not there to kill King Cobra. Like that apparently was not something that was supposed to happen. So it's quite possible. My assumption has been from the beginning because is that they're because I mean he is part of one of the beginning royal families. I mean the Nefertiti's were supposed. I mean if they had moved to land of the gods with the celestial dragons, they would be celestial dragons. So I just assume he probably knows something, and they killed him, and then they used Sabo being there as the cover up. So that's what my goal is. That's what my thought process is on that. But well, I mean, we may find out that maybe he saw Sabo there, and then he chose to stick up for I don't know. He may have stuck his neck somewhere. Or the king may have stuck his neck somewhere he shouldn't have. Well, I think Sabo might have hit him and killed him in self defense, but it might have been more of an accident or something. Or he might not even be dead. Like, well, it might have been one of those things where he saw Sabo and went to stop him, and Sabo just reacted. But I mean, we don't know anything. I just I just know. Do you know the rift that it's going to put between Sabo and Luffy to find out that if he actually killed King Cobra? Well, yeah, because I mean, Luffy's one of those people that he prides himself on his the friends he has. I mean, he's never gotten mad on behalf of himself, but I mean, he holds a grudge against Blackbeard and Akainu like none other. Yeah, so that's like the beginning of this new arc. Or I guess not the beginning of the new arc, it's the in between the arcs. And now to go to a manga where everything is just hitting the fan. Talking about Black Clover, by the way. So yeah, let's call him the Wizard King for right now. I mean, he is still the Wizard King. Well, he's in the body, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, well, he's using part of his double union. Yeah, yeah, and then apparently, I guess he becomes an angel, like humanity's true form. Yeah, quite possibly. And then yeah, and of course, he does the absolute dumbest thing a villain for his anime series could possibly do. He kills the main character's mother figure slash love interest slash whatever, kind of both. Okay, she's not dead. She just had a demon stuck inside her and then had the demon purified and brainwashed. Like as far as we know, that is not undoable. I mean, we can. I think it's safe to assume that it is, but we don't know what Asta. But yeah, we see her get. Oh yeah. Oh, he gets cut in half here, and then yeah, he's losing this fight. So then we'll switch over to the new chapter, and gasping. He's not he's leaning on. He's not sliding. He's leaning. He's struggling. Oh yeah, he's definitely struggling. Like he's got blood. He looks like Bakugo right now. Oh yeah, only the bad guy did not rip his heart out yet. Yeah, and then you Noel, Mimosa, and yeah, Nero jump into battle and get swiftly dealt with. Well, I mean, like she put him in a space where magic doesn't work. So like, and then they explain that I use my soul magic to incarnate and purify a devil. So like, yeah, he explains that he's taking total control of the underworld, and the devil's on all other levels of the underworld. So that's dangerous. Well, I mean, we fought the three like rulers of the underworld. I mean, we fought two of them. This should be the third final one. Possibly. Well, I mean, he says Judgment Day's coming, so it could be there could be an army on that side, which may mean that you will get your slaughtering demons arc. It just won't happen in the underworld. Yeah, they're going to be purified demons, but yeah, well, I mean, there's nothing that happens other than that they all fail to try and stop. Uh, yeah, they get like put in a box and like told to watch as they like, and then Asta just vanishes. Which yeah, it's like, and you just see Asta looking at him like, "Oh, if I could talk right now." He's like, "If life wasn't a pain right now, I would have words with you right now." Yeah, and then Sister Lily just says, I'm sorry, Asta, but your death is sure to bring true peace and happiness to the world. Sister Lily, I swear I'll save you." And then nothing, like just straight up, just it looks like she turns him into a paste on the wall behind her. But that's as far as we know. He's definitely not okay. Yeah, everyone's like, oh crap, the only person that's actually stood a chance against these devils just died." And also and also two of his the other two love interests in the series had to like watch helplessly as that happened. Yeah, Mimosa Noel. She's the one. You can see it for both her. You can see it for all three of them because like Miro's like you can just see like in Nero's face like, oh, he was kind of our last hope. Yeah, yeah. This will be the last podcast we talk about Black Cobra, guys. Well, I mean, he does talk about Judgment Day coming in 7 days. So, no, this is when we find out that Yuno's been the main character the entire time. We've just been following Asta. I mean, think about it though. Who gets all the plot armor? Yeah, and who struggles every arc to get out of it alive? Asta. I mean, any arc where the solution to the problem is that I'll just cut through the magic. Asta's getting the crap. Asta's like literally having to go through it, and even then, sometimes he still is anyway. But we have all the captains like jumping to attack him. Yep, and he's just gone, and we're sitting there looking at nothing. Essentially, just everyone just sitting there like reacting to the fact that Asta's now a spear on a wall. Well, Yuno could be dead too. Because like I said, as long as Yuno is alive, I mean, there's still a chance. And let's be real. Like we're gonna come at like next chapter, we're gonna find out that Austin. Well, actually, no. Shonens are really good at doing stuff like this, and then we won't come back for another 10 years. Yeah. Well, no, like I'm just saying, like knowing this, like we'll probably cut over to Yuno's group and see what they're doing before we even like talk about the fact that Asta's dead. Yeah, no, he's a return. It's like, what's his blood status at? It's like that's Asta. That's what's remaining. And it's like, oh, okay. Uh, but yeah, do you know how many like when the Black Wolves find out about that? Do you know how many like Grimoire like new spells are going to be created from that like level of hatred and despair? Like, dude, like well, well, no, well, no, well, because they stated that in moments of desperation and high emotion, that's when that's when sometimes that people would unlock new spells. Like, dude, there'd be so much hatred and like sorrow and stuff directly at that dude that they're just going to be like, all right, here's like I got like 50 new spells just right now. We're going to figure out how they work by testing them on you. Dude, well, Noelle's gonna get like probably some new armor, and she's probably gonna get some attack that's stronger than Sea Dragon's roar. Like she'll probably get like some kind of something like some angelic like armor, or no, or she'll get like a form like Spirit King. Well, that's what I call it, but you know what I'm talking about. How have you confirmed it? Oh, the teleport away spell. Yeah. Oh, that's what. Like I said, that's. Oh, yeah. So, well, I still like to be on the theory that Sister Lee had like some level of control in that moment. Because I mean, think about it. Her 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 if she is in control, her last line to Asta would make sense of, "Hey, we're gonna fake your death, and then you can save the world." The last thing she says to Asta before she kills him is, "I'm sorry, Asta, but your death is sure to bring true peace and happiness to the world." Meaning that, hey, if we fake your death, you go train, you come back in 7 days, and you kick his butt. I mean, well, I mean, to be fair, if she's like under orders to like kill him, and like she has just enough control to like teleport him away, I'm pretty sure that that would be like. Well, I mean, she pretty much says it in the earlier chapter, like probably like 2 chapters ago that she has absolute faith in Asta be able to become the Wizard King. So, but like I said, that entirely implies that she had some level of control right now. Which there's nothing other than the fact that, it looks the same. That's a teleport spell. Yeah, well, yeah, it looks exactly like the teleport spell. So, like they like copy pasted that picture. My assumption would be I have if would be oh the land of samurai, which were 90, which I think most of the fandom has just decided that Yami got isekai'd. And actually learns how to use a sword. Well, because they've implied throughout the entire series that he does not actually know how to use the sword. That no one has actually properly taught him. So, I mean, who knows? Or he might go somewheres and get like a better sword. Like, so he's got the Demon Slayer, Demon Slasher, Demon Dweller, and Demon Destroyer. So, I mean, he could get one more sword. I don't know what I'd call it, but I mean, I give him like a hammer or something. Like, it doesn't have to be a sword. Oh, oh, you're cutting out or something. Yep, I can't hear you. I, um, okay, so I don't know what's going on with your. You can hear me fine. Okay. Well, you sound like a robot, and every other word's like breaking up. So yeah. Okay, you're getting a little bit better. Okay, it's now do it passable. All right. Well, I mean, I can actually hear sentences now. Well, I mean, we're almost over. I mean, whatever you were going to say, and then we could probably end it. It would. It would be nice to see like a continent other than the one that we've been on, but the only reason I don't think they're going to do that is because that opens up a whole nother like possibility for the story to go, and this is supposed to be the final arc. So I think it would just be kind of funny just to be like, oh yeah, no, Yami's actually from Japan, like actual Japan. He's- yeah, he got isekai'd on that fishing boat. Because I mean, that's kind of his backstory. He just kind of woke up here one day. Like he just kind of woke up here one day, and then he got as a foreigner from another land with a katana. But yeah, so yeah, yeah, and we're starting to have technical difficulties. So yeah, Alienator's starting to be like, okay, guys, we promise there will be an arc. We just have to. It's like, yeah, we just have to figure out where we want the story to go. All right. Well, I mean, you're the one recording. So, I mean, yeah, and it will be on Spotify. If it like once I get the file from Faceman, give or take 24 hours. Well, no, I mean that's all me. Like you usually get it pretty fast. I usually just forget to check my email. um, not right now. Not yet. All right. All right. See y'all guys in the next panel.